Escapes.ca Destinations is sponsored in part by WestJet Vacations.
Want to go on an adventure? Let me take you there. I'll give you an insider's look on where to eat, play, and stay from the expats and the experts. All this without ever leaving our own backyard. Your best tour guide is within reach. I'm Mana Mansour, and this is Escapes.ca Destinations. It may be chilly and crisp here as we get into the heart of fall, but we're taking you back to the sunny, warm shores of Cuba as we continue our exploration of the country by visiting one of the most popular Cuban restaurants in the city, Havana Restaurant. Since 1996, Havana Restaurant has transplanted visitors to old Havana, Cuba, offering nouveau Latino cuisine and authentic Cuban cocktails. My visit wouldn't get off to a right start without learning how to make Cuba's signature drink, the mojito.
So first off, start off with a glass.
Okay.
Then we're gonna add mint leaves.
Okay, so we got the mint leaves. What's next?
Next is crushed ice.
Not full ice, crushed ice.
Crushed ice, it has to be crushed or else it's gonna be really hard to muddle. Next you're gonna add your lime juice.
Now I'm not very good with the eye here, so you tell me if it's good. Is that good?
That's good, right there. Perfect. Then after that we've got a simple syrup, which is just basically a sugar water as a sweetener.
Sure, okay.
We're gonna use the end here to muddle it.
The end, okay.
You're just gonna wanna mush up all the mint, try and be pretty thorough about it.
Okay. I feel authentic using a wooden spoon.
We put 2 ounces of rum in ours.
No messing around here.
No messing around. Top it with a little bit of soda. We need a garnish. You just plop that on the side there.
Awesome.
Got yourself a straw. And then that's it.
That's it.
And then cheers.
With the mojito mastered, next was a lesson on the components of Cuban cooking.
There's a lot that can be learned just from walking through our restaurant and looking at some of these old pictures of the old city of Havana, and we try to take some of that character and that flair and translate it into what we do on a culinary basis day to day.
Behind the scenes in Havana's kitchen, executive chef Trevor Booth taught me how to make one of Cuba's most popular seafood dishes, the paella.
So we've got our fresh, sustainable, ocean-wise mussels and prawns, fresh tomato,
yes,
fresh garlic, some onions and bell peppers. From this point on, we're gonna take some fresh house-made chorizo sausage, which is a traditional Spanish sausage made with pork.
And you put everything in all at once, right?
Yeah. The secret here is cook it quick and cook it fast. Now we're gonna take some Pernod and saffron, which is a French liqueur, and we're gonna flambe that.
Wow.
And we've got some fresh coconut milk.
Coconut milk in Caribbean cooking is one of my favorite things.
And there you go.
Joining me now to enjoy this delicious Cuban food is Havana Restaurant's manager, Gina Nass. Gina, this paella looks amazing. Is this one of your favorite dishes on the menu?
This is fantastic. It's certainly one of our most popular dishes for sure.
It's like a colorful medley of different flavors. Gina, when visitors come to Havana Restaurant, they're really transplanted back to the Cuba of the bygone eras. Is that kind of what you guys were hoping for when you started Havana Restaurant?
What the owners wanted to do with Havana Restaurant was to bring some of the flavors of Cuba to Vancouver. And they were really inspired by one spot in particular, which was Ernest Hemingway's favorite hangout. And that was called La Bodeguita de Medio, and also had the etchings on the walls.
For those who want to experience the Cuban culture, what advice do you have for them?
I would say that if you're a person that wants to experience a little bit of Cuba before you actually go to Cuba, you should certainly come down to Havana and give yourself a treat of a mojito and some Spanish Cuban food.
Gina, thank you so much for having us here at Havana Restaurant. I've really enjoyed learning more about the Cuban culture.
Thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure.
Now for your travel tip of the week.
When traveling to Cuba, be sure to have a travel medical insurance policy, as this is a requirement when traveling to this country.
Escapes.ca Destinations was sponsored in part by WestJet Vacations.